What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Chuck Cohout back here with the first video in our series. Now, I'm going to do you guys a favor since I'm ugly as shit. I'm going to walk off screen and keep talking so you can see the slides. You're welcome. Take notes and let's see what you can do. Alright guys, we're going to talk to you a little bit about attracting sellers. Now, we're going to give you each 100 leads in the town where you want to work in New Jersey. The first thing I suggest you do, and this is actually how I got my first deal, and many of my students do as well, is just to go out and try door knocking. If you aren't really warmly received, go out there and literally just write up a handwritten letter, post it on doors. If you don't get an answer, see if you get a call back. Works every time. If you do have money and you don't have any time, go ahead, try posting an ad in the newspaper. This is a great example of shotgun marketing, and what it does is it actually gets tons of views. Now, don't put the ad in the paper for one day or two or on weekends. If you're going to do it, commit to doing it every day, 365 days a year, because what we've noticed is people actually tend to call more when the weather is bad or if it's raining. They're sitting home and they're just reading the paper and they'll give you a ring. These can be expensive, but they work. We also have websites out there. They work pretty wonderfully, but you got to put them on everything. However, I'm going to recommend you don't put it on your Bandit Signs just because they are illegal and it's one more way for the cops to track you down and give you a ticket. Bandit Signs do work incredibly well. This is actually a couple students of ours who invented a little device that they call the whacker, and it's a 6-foot steel rod with 2 metal crossbars and a staple hammer that hold the sign. You'll get more bang for your buck out of your signs this way. And what they actually do is they'll go out at night and they'll put those signs up just high enough that they're out of reach of local law enforcement or the DPW. And even if you never get a call from somebody trying to sell their house, I just always found it really funny if you're driving by on a Monday afternoon and you see a cop standing on the hood of his car, sitting there trying to get the sign down, going, no, still can't get it, but let's order more donuts. Another great idea is just referrals, and this is really where most of my business comes from. Guys, if you do the right thing by people, it's going to come back around. Every time you close a deal, get a testimonial from the person that you helped out, be their friend, and let them know the greatest compliment you can get is a referral. Now, for those of you who are committed and do have money, I'll tell you a little story that goes with this car. This is actually the first in the fleet. My first year of business, December after Christmas, I got a call from my accountant and he told me, Chuck, you got a problem. I said, oh, crap, John, what kind of problem do I have? He said, well, you got a tax problem. I know you've been doing this business and making a lot of money and you're really proud, but you got to spend some money. You were telling me about that car thing. I know it's the day after Christmas. Is it possible that you could buy one of these cars, pay cash, and take title to it before New Year's Day? So I was on my way to a post-Christmas party with my future ex-wife. I pulled over at the local Toyota Scion dealership on Route 17 in Rutherford. Believe it or not, every one of those guys has actually taken my class, and we got a few of them flipping houses now because I bought so many cars from them. And I just walked in and I went, baby, test drive that one. Guys, I got to buy a car, pay cash, and take title to it before New Year's Day. And you couldn't believe the level of service. They were just so helpful. They all came running. One of them fell down, another one jumped over him. That's the guy that made the sale. It was absolutely amazing. This stuff works. We do like to try some creative marketing. I have actually been known to sponsor open bars at a lot of local real estate clubs. Matter of fact, if any of you guys would like me to sponsor an open bar at your real estate club, just contact us through Facebook, Instagram, email. This was probably one of my less good ideas, but it did work. Sometimes at the end of a night, there'd be a bunch of beers left over, and Salvation Home Buyers was my original company. I'd sit there behind the bar labeling bottles, so literally every investor got my card, and sometimes you got a couple cases of beer that the bar doesn't want to sell. They make you buy them anyway. They all have your labels on them. So we pull up a list, Pennan's list, just like we give you, of people in pre-foreclosure. And I had somebody drive me home from the real estate club, and we just started leaving bottles of beer on everybody's doorstep. So think about this. You're in foreclosure. You're broke. You come home after a hard day of not working, and you pick up a ice cold beer on your doorstep, and you look at it and you go, wow, it's an import. Maybe I'll call them tomorrow. It did work. We actually made $41,000 from this marketing campaign. At the closing table, as always, I was actually asked by one of my lawyers, "How'd you get this deal, Chuck?" And I told them, and they told me never to do this again. I was lucky I didn't get a call from a drunken 14-year-old kid, so we had to discontinue this one, but it does work. So what I'm going to encourage you guys to do, number one, if you're just getting started, try door knocking. Seriously, get out there. If you got time and no money, bang on the doors. God gave you a fist, maybe two. If you don't have any, kick it. I don't care. Get somebody to react. Newspaper ads work great. You reach a lot of people. Even if nobody reads the newspaper nowadays, they're all online too. It's a big commitment, but it does work. And if you're getting the leads and you can't close the deals, don't worry. Bring them in. I'm more than happy to partner up with you. We'll split them 50-50. Postcards are absolutely fantastic. I didn't get to this yet, but it's in the course, and when you click the link below and register for one of our events, you'll see it. One of my favorite postcards that we did actually had a lingering response mechanism. It had a refrigerator magnet on the postcard, and it said, if you pull this magnet off and call us now, we'll give you $20 in free gas. And you know something? Thousands of phone calls and hundreds of deals. Nobody ever asked me for the gas. But all my guys and my family got free gas cards that Christmas. All they wanted me to do was buy their house. And if not, years later, we even bought houses that people bought and got foreclosed on because when they moved in, those refrigerator magnets were still on the fridge. Pretty crazy. Signs and billboards are great. I showed you a little bit about Bandit Signs. Billboards work as well. Again, it's a big financial commitment. If you don't have the money and you have the time, start with door knocking. Websites are fantastic as long as you put them on everything. Bring congruity to your marketing. Just don't put them on your Bandit Signs. They're called Bandit Signs because in many towns they're not legal. Referrals are the greatest source of business you're going to get. You're not going to get many referrals when you're starting out, but after your first year, you just keep doing the right thing. And I mean, it's amazing. For years, I was actually able to almost just turn my marketing off and live strictly off a referral basis. And lastly, be creative. Guys, anything works. I've bought houses from going to the mall with an I Buy Houses t-shirt. Give it a try. Don't be scared. I hope you enjoyed the video. Lots of free content. Don't forget, like, share, click the link on the bottom, register for an event if you want the course. It's a $3,000 value, absolutely free. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.